Well, we have joining us on The World Now political analyst Okenfe Labate joins us from New York, United States, to discuss this. Good to have you join us on The World Now. Well,
Good to have you.
The death of the Justice Ginsburg, the second woman appointed to the Supreme Court, has injected, of course, new uncertainties into the presidential election and set off a torrent of political maneuvering. First of all, let me ask you, do you think this replacement should be made now before the elections?
Well, first of all, let me say my thoughts and prayers goes out to the family of the justice. May she rest in peace. So I do not think that it needs to be replaced 6 weeks prior to the election. Back in 2016, when President Obama nominated Merrick Garland, Mitch McConnell came to the president and said, look, that he wasn't going to get any up and down vote in the United States Senate. And President Obama did nominate someone, but he never got any vote. And Mitch McConnell literally invented a new Senate rule saying that you cannot nominate or confirm a Supreme Court justice prior to the election. And in February of 2016, when Obama made that nomination, that was approximately 200 days, or rather 400 days to the election. Now we are only 6 weeks to the election, 44 or 45 days to the election, and they want to ram in a new nominee. I just think that they should stick to their words and what they said back in 2016.
Of course, tributes are still pouring in for Justice Ginsburg. One would wonder why her death and even the space of the vacancy in the Supreme Court or the justice system has become a political issue between the Republicans and Democrats. What do you see playing out here?
Because there are so much on the line, right? When you listen to some of what the Democratic senators and House of Representative members are saying, the issue of climate change is on the line, the issue of the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, is on the line, the issue of Roe v. Wade is on the line. And so when you have a 6-3 majority conservative justices in the Supreme Court, it's not even a distinct possibility. There is a heavy possibility that the justices could vote and just eradicate all this progress that has been made for the past few years. And at the same time, on the Republican side, they are looking to solidify a majority conservative justice for the next 2 or 3 decades in the United States.
But should this be a political, legal, or moral debate? If you would look at it, is the president bound by any statute or law, to either appoint a justice before elections? Yeah.
No, the president is not bound by any statute or law. The president is going to nominate whoever he seems fit that he wants to nominate. The Constitution is clear. The president makes a nomination, and the Senate gives advice or consent. And the president has got to do his constitutional responsibility, and the Senate also have to abide by their own constitutional responsibility of advising and consenting to the of the presidential nominee. Again, everything is political with regards to everything that I said earlier, and this is all politics. This is about who can have an open hand when it comes to the administration of the political system in the United States of America. Because again, so much politically is on the line, so much lives are at stake that are on the line. And so I think the president is going to do what he needs to do. And, it's going to be, the moral issue now is that will the Republican senators stick to what they said in 2016? And right now, that doesn't seem to be the case. Mitch McConnell said he's going to move full steam ahead to do what he needs to do. And I think the best case scenario, what the Democrats can hope for, is that they've got to find a way to appeal to the conscience of 4 or 5 Republican senators, and 2 of them already said that they will not be agreeing to vote on the nominee this close to the election. And the Democratic Party has got to figure out where the other 2 senators are gonna come from that will that they can appeal to their moral conscience. I have ideas in terms of I have my suspicion where the other 2 senators might come from, but I think the Democratic Party just got to go all out and pound the pavement and do whatever is necessary to make sure that that the confirmation vote doesn't happen.
Let's shift our focus now away from the political wranglings that is ongoing there. Tell us about the feminist essence, Justice Ginsburg brought to bear within the time that she spent as a Justice of the Supreme Court.
Oh, she was loved by everybody. And it is interesting to note that she also developed a really good friendship with one of the most conservative justices in the United States Supreme Court, which was the late Antonin Scalia. They had a really good relationship. If you recall, when Bill Clinton originally nominated the justice, folks really thought that she wasn't going to be up to par. Folks really did not believe in her. But over the term of when she was in the Supreme Court, she became a darling of not just the feminist movement, but the entire Democratic Party, because she was just a reliable vote for things that actually just made sense.
Very interesting there. But back to the political wranglers, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic is ravaging in the United States. A lot of persons are concerned about all the restrictions that have been made earlier. There are also concerns about the economy. Now the elections are just days away. How do you think all this is playing out on the psyche of the common man in the United States?
I think what some of the political leaders are failing to realize is that you cannot have a robust economic upturn without addressing the issue of COVID-19. They both go hand in hand. Find a solution to COVID-19, and then you'll find a solution to your economic crisis. But for some reason, the president thinks that the United States is ahead of the curve. The numbers doesn't seem so. Very soon, the United States is going to get about 200,000 unfortunate deaths due to COVID-19. There are still approximately 40 or 45,000 positive cases on a daily basis in the United States. And so the issue of COVID-19 is not slowing down anytime soon. And that is the distinction between the Democratic candidate, Joe Biden, and the president, Donald Trump. And, I think Joe Biden is just hammering in on the issue of COVID-19, and they believe that is what's going to bring the president. The election is only 6 weeks away. Very soon we are going to find out, but it seems that the president is no longer taking the coronavirus seriously. You can tell from the outdoor rallies that he's holding, the indoor events that he's holding with folks not wearing a mask. And in contrast, the Democratic nominee, Joe Biden, is abiding by all the social distancing guidelines that are set forth by the state. So the American people come November 2nd is going to tell which of these strategies that they believe in, which of these strategies they think is going to work, and who they believe is going to see the country through the finish line with regards to the coronavirus and the economic crisis.
Political analyst Okain Liberty, thank you so much for joining us on The World Now.
Thanks for having me.